Today's Saturday, February 7th, and this is news from the Frunk. Okay, after the excitement of the drag racing up at Palm Beach International Raceway, back to some regular news. And we start today with Model X. There was an appearance of Model X on the runway at an old airport in Alameda in the East Bay of San Francisco, just north of the Fremont factory. The media went crazy over it, lots of reports, but at the end of the day it was just a Model X going up and down the runway. I don't think we learnt anything new from that, so quite why it blew up. I think people are just eager to hear about news of the Model X. One thing we did learn, a couple of weeks back, Tesla updated the Model X website on teslamotors.com and confirmed, at least for the moment, that there are going to be two battery sizes. They're sticking with the 60 and the 85. There will be the performance model, and they will all come with dual motor four-wheel drive. Now, the big question I have, because I've decided not to upgrade the Model S, is there, the P85D variant of the Model X? How is that going to compare to the P85D variant of the Model S? Are we going to see an SUV with a 3.1 second 0 to 60 time? Now that might be a car I'd be interested in. Next up we have Gigafactory news. It looks like the site in Nevada is progressing very well. There have been several photos. Here's a couple for you to take a look at. Huge amount of work going on. There's a website called BuildZoom that I think Forbes managed to track down that's also been listing the permits that have been approved and the work that's been going on. So far the foundation work alone is $16 million and another $15 million worth of steel work. It's pretty easy to see from these pictures in the video why it's costing that much. Ultimately the factory I think is going to be over 10 million square feet, due to come online in the first tranche of battery production sometime next year. Things are moving on apace. Now some Model S news. Around Christmas time there was a blog post by JB, I think, that talked about the potential for something called torque sleep. Now the dual motor cars are currently running using more electricity than they should be because both motors are active all the time regardless of whether they're needed or not. Well, now we've had another update. So 6.1 came out a few weeks back. We've now had 5 different releases of 6.1, and the .139 release, we're up to .140 now, but the .139 release looks like that was the release that introduced the torque sleep capability. So the idea is that when you're cruising down the motorway, essentially the 480 horsepower motor, the big rear motor, shuts down and goes into complete idle mode with no regen and also no drive. And so it's the front motor that's doing all the work, and because of the way the efficiency curves have been built, that is overall much more efficient than just using the rear motor or trying to use both motors. So initial testing suggests, Michael Greco, who's a friend of mine, has a P85D. He's done some very initial testing, and at 65 miles an hour it looks like he's getting a 5% improvement in efficiency. Others have reported that some pretty significant improvements in efficiency. I think it very much depends on what your driving style is and whether you're doing running around town or whether you're cruising down the freeway. But finally it looks like torque sleep is here, and I would imagine that Tesla are going to continue to tweak that and improve that. The other big piece of news, which again is kind of old news now, but the tweet from Elon that a software update was going to reduce the 0 to 60 time from 3.2 down to 3.1, and since Motor Trend have already seen a 3.1 with the old software, I suppose it's possible that in the right conditions we could be seeing a sub 3 second 0 to 60, which for a 5-seat or 7-seat sedan is pretty incredible. Thanks for watching everyone. I will see you again soon.